human?
I am
Oh,
very
you're from
much
space.
human.
Are you sure?
I am very
How
sure.
can you win 6 out of 9 awards? Why? Is there school for you? Good to have you in the studios, darling.
Thanks.
I must confess, I did say this off air, but when my producer told me you were coming, I was like, I'm sure I'll see some geeky looking girl with glasses, and no, you can tell that this girl she's serious. But you should see the way this doctor has shut it. Hey, levels, like you want to take over the fashion industry to leave it for us. How's everything after school?
It's been fun. I mean, I'm enjoying all this attention, obviously.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a bit relaxing now, you know, after all that stress towards the end of school. But it's been a good experience. It's been fun.
Have your parents bought you a house or a new car or something? Just
They're really proud of me, I must say. They are so proud of me. And I'm happy to have made them proud, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But how do you feel about yourself? I mean, that day when they were calling out your name to pick up the awards.
I was lost in the moment for that short period of time. I think it all sank in after everything happened because it happened so fast, and I was being called up on stage and everyone was screaming behind me. My friends were all cheering me up, and that was for that period I was just lost in the moment.
Good for you. Good for you. Don't worry, I'll follow suit. I'll take 5 out of 9. I shall. Now let's take it back a bit. I mean, dental surgery, is this something you've always wanted to study?
Well, for me, I don't think I've ever thought of doing anything else because my dad is a dentist. So yeah, so from when I was little, I've always wanted to be like my dad.
Okay.
And you know, I used to go with him to work sometimes, and I'll just watch him and can't wait to do the same. So
wow.
For me, and I'm from a family of doctors.
Oh, okay.
So,
your mom is a doctor too?
No, my mom is a fashion designer and a businesswoman.
Okay, now that's where you get that from. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, so
so apart from your dad, who else is a doctor in the family?
My uncles. I'm actually the 17th one. So
you're the 17th in your family to become a doctor?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask this funny question though. You probably, you know, have sat in taxis here and there or met people. Have you ever experienced someone who speaks and you want to die because of, like, you know, the
hygiene?
You get it? Like, have you come across such a person?
Well, I've always been conscious of people's teeth. Like, that's the first thing I look at when I talk to someone.
So when do you have a boyfriend? I'm sure you're checking his teeth first. Ha! So his teeth made him qualify?
Not really.
Not really. So then, to some extent, okay.
Yeah, but I've always been cautious of people's, you know, oral hygiene and teeth, and so I'd always pay attention to that. But whenever I get the chance, if there's something I can tell you about that can make it better for you, I'd always let you know, you know, in a nice way. Okay. So yeah, I think I've always had
in a nice way. How nice? Like what? Can I buy you toothpaste?
I meet someone and their tooth is chipped or something. Some of them don't know it can be fixed. I'm like, oh, you know, you can fix this. How long have you had it? And they're like, oh, really? I can. And then I'm like, yeah, you can go to this clinic and get it fixed and things like that.
I can fix my Dracula tooth. Have you spotted it? As it is here.
Yeah.
I can fix it?
Yeah.
I don't want to fix it.
It's called a pegged lateral incisor. You can get.
It's called what?
A pegged lateral incisor.
I didn't know that.
But it's cute. Some people think it's like, I think.
Well,
it's
actually,
cute.
people think it's cute.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Oh, thank you, darling. Now, what secondary school were you in before you enrolled at KNUST?
I went to SOS, Herman Minor International.
SOS. Were you clearing all the awards there too?
Oh no, I was quiet. I was quiet. I just took a few leadership roles, but I was really quiet.
What, you were the school prefect or something?
No, I was the SRC general secretary. Okay. But in JSS and primary school, I was the head girl.
Wow. Now, level 100 of KNUST, was it tough?
It was, because I was the only one from my high school that went to KNUST, so I literally had no friends. I had to start from point zero. But I think that was one of the things that made it more fun, because I had to, you know, start a whole new life from there. And yeah, it was fun. In my second year, I started a business. My small side thing that, you know, grew, it was a fashion business called Denchi, making African print shoes and bags and accessories. Yeah, so at least from then on, things got more interesting. I had a lot to do in my time.
So it's not just about medicine, it's also about... No. So you still have that business on the side?
Yes, I do.
Denchi?
Yeah.
So that's where this bag is from?
Yes.
It's really nice, eh?
Yes, thank you.
She has this brown leather bag with some African print fabric, and it's really cool. Okay, that's interesting. Now, in your class, I'm guessing that you weren't the only female, but I'm sure you were few.
Yeah, we were the 8 females, 8 girls. Yeah.
As against how many men?
11.
11?
Yeah.
And you managed to win the overall best student?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, there weren't.
There were more?
There were.
Do you remember? No, it's not necessary.
Yeah.
You can tell we've graduated, it doesn't matter. But did you have a social life, or was life all about book, room, class, book, room, class?
No, I did have a social life. It's just about balance, I guess. I used to do everything that everyone else used to do.
Like? Were you clubbing?
Not quite.
Were you like just going to parties all the time? Cause
yeah, if I had a party to attend, I'd attend and then come back and read, and be in church, still be active at church.
Okay.
I used to get all that done. I didn't really stop myself from doing anything that I'd wanted to do. I just found the time to balance it off with my books.
Okay.
And, being in the clinic and all of that.
Now, here's the problem, because some students, they only chill from beginning till like a week to exams, and then you see them more and seriously because they need to pass the exam. Yeah. Some way, somehow they manage. But for someone like a dental surgeon, studying this, you can't do that.
You can't do that because you may be successful in doing it to pass your exams, but it's going to reflect in your career when you're not really good at what you do, because it's sort of like an art. You practice it and you have to attend to patients and all of that. And so at the end of the day, when you graduate and you're a dentist and it's you and the patient and you can't do what you're expected to do, you would have failed.
So you actually got to practice in school?
Yeah, you have
on live humans?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
So you were fixing teeth in class, in the clinic, I mean?
In the clinic, yes.
And were you being scored on that?
Yes.
So how do you use me as your patient and get scored on it? What if you don't do it well?
Well, you don't just start from scratch with just seeing patients. We have these heads that we use. We use some things called Pasako teeth. So you start with those, and then when you pass through that and you're successful, then you go on to seeing live patients. So you do that for about 2 years.
Okay.
And then at the end of the day, you have a patient that's like your project work. So you take that case and then you fix everything that the patient needs to get fixed, and then at the end of the day,
before you move on to...
Yes.
So as part of the final exams you wrote, did you have to perform a surgery?
No, we had clinicals, but not to perform a surgery. You have a case, you have to diagnose the patient, let them know your treatment plan. But as well, the project, your full care patient that you've seen all through the semester, you present them as well, and then you are scored on that.
Now, how did you manage to become the overall best student? What exactly was it? I mean, I'm sure everybody was studying, trying to find a way, and then you just come and take the award from them like that. 6 hours. So you left only 3 awards for them.
Yeah.
Oh my dear. No. But that's so impressive, I must say. Like, yeah. What was that one thing that made you stand out?
Well, I depend on God for everything.
Okay.
Times when I'm so tired and I don't want to study, I just want to rest, and I just put my trust in God. I always, even before a paper, sometimes you feel like before you're going to write the paper, you feel like I know nothing. Oh my God, I haven't studied enough, and you just put your trust in God. And I think that's one of the things that got me through.
Yeah, but did your friends ever also say that maybe you had an advantage because your dad was already, a dentist? And I'm sure you used to, on vacation, you used to go to the clinic with him.
Actually, not quite.
No?
I used to do that more often when I was younger. But when we don't have that many breaks in medical school. You only have like Christmas break, and the longest break you have is for your exchange program. But you had to go to another school. I went for mine in UCLA. Okay. But we don't have that many breaks, so I can't really say I used to follow my dad to the clinic or anything like that. And usually when I was home, I was trying to get my business on the side sorted, because I didn't have that much time to concentrate on it when I was in school proper. So.
Now speaking of this business, so what, you have a team that makes the stuff for you?
Yes, I do.
So what, you design them?
Yes.
So you can draw?
Yes, I can sketch a little.
Okay. And you picked this from your mom?
Yes, that's from my mom.
Talent from your mom.
Yeah.
So does she also have a business like this? Does she have the African print business
but
going?
she makes clothes.
So, and then you took the bag and...
yeah, and then I make bags and shoes.
Look at this doctor. She wants to take money from the medical side and take from the fashion side as well. Well, my guest today, Dr. Louisa Kwache Anson. She just graduated from the KNUST. She studied dental surgery. And she won 6 out of 9 awards, including the overall best student. We'll talk more in a bit. Let's do some music. 1 or 2 from DJ Lord. And then we continue.
Be a part of our family both on and off air. Get interactive online via @Live919FM on Twitter, Facebook.com/Live919FM, Live919FM on Instagram, and www.livefmghana.com.
15 awards. I mean, how? Well, we're going to see if we can speak to her as well, just to inspire some of you who think all hope is lost. Like you want to leave medical school because you know they see top. Anyway, well, let's still talk to Dr. Louisa Kwache Anson. Now, I'm interested. You've talked about the business side of your life, and you've talked about the school as well. Okay, she's on the line now. Well, let's just speak to her quickly, and then we move. Hello?
Hello.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Fatia Karim.
Yes.
I asked Louisa the same thing. Are you human? Wow, congratulations. I mean, you've been traveling all over the world, not necessarily with a visa, you know. Everybody's talking about you.
Yeah.
12 awards out of 15. How did you do this?
I don't know what to say. I've been asked this question too many times
I know. I also want to know. Yeah?
I'll say God first. Definitely lots of prayer and then hard work.
Okay.
Brackets, yes.
Is this what you've always wanted to do?
Medicine, yes.
Oh, it has been?
Yes.
When you say right from the get-go, from when you were what, 6 years?
Still I was old enough to know
what you wanted to do.
Yes.
What inspired you to want to be a doctor? Was there anybody in your family who was already in, practicing it, or was it just about watching people on TV? What was it?
I didn't really have a very close family member. One of my dad's older brothers is a doctor, but he lives elsewhere.
Okay.
Yes, and my aunt also, who is 2 years older, also became a doctor. But then also my dad.
Okay.
Inspired me, yes.
Yeah, okay, definitely. And I mean, going through school, I'm sure it was difficult. It wasn't easy.
Yeah.
For you to get to where you got to. But I just want to find out, did you have a social life or was it just books?
Oh, definitely had a social life.
What kind of social? Don't tell me you went to sit there and drink Fanta with friends and go back to your books.
Oh, well.
That's not social, darling. Were you going out a lot, or did your studies limit you?
Study definitely limits you. You can't go out any time.
Yeah.
So you have to know how to balance both books with your social life.
Was there at a point in your life or in your studies where you wanted to just give up? You were tired of all the books and all the theories and all that? Just leave?
You get tired, but then you forge on. You have a target to reach, and so you don't let anything hold you back. You definitely get tired. You usually take maybe a day off because I'm not studying anything, but then you have to go back.
Yeah.
Get back onto the horse, yes, and forge on.
Well, I have in the studio Dr. Louisa Kwache Anson. I'm sure you know her as well.
Yes, I do.
She was saying that you were in the same class at a point.
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, both of you haven't swept the awards and all that. I just want to find out from you. You're probably now going to practice full time as a doctor, right?
Yes.
Are you a general doctor or are you focusing on?
General medical doctor.
Okay, please. I'm sick. My head is aching. I'm nauseous. What else? I'm trying to feign pregnancy symptoms. Please, what are the? I mean, so.
I'm sorry, I'm fine.
Oh, are you sure I'm fine? Come on, look at me. I don't feel good at all. Please, I need medicine. I do. But anyways, this is just to speak to you to say congratulations. So many young people probably might want to toe the same line as you and Dr. Louisa have, but I'm not too inspired. People think that medicine is too difficult, and so they won't even try it. What would you say to young people who are listening to you right now?
I'd say if medicine is what they want to do, they should definitely go for it. They should jump in and trust God to get them to the end. Once they start, they'll definitely finish.
Okay.
Once people have done it before you, you can also do it.
So what happens to me if I have no interest in medicine, but I still want to be a doctor? Can I?
You definitely have to have the interest, otherwise you give up along the way.
Yeah, definitely you will. Anyway, Fatia Karim, thank you so much. I hear you're headed into a meeting, so we won't waste much of your time. But thank you for speaking to us, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Okay? All right. You see, when we have to be best friends. When you're speaking to all these intelligent people, your life changes. Didn't the Bible say it? Roll with doctors and lawyers. It's in the Bible. Pretty much, huh? Anyway, so we're just going to make this very brief. You are probably heading into practice as well. Where would you be practicing?
37 Military Hospital.
Doesn't necessarily have to be like a big one, or you can just...
It has to be a teaching hospital.
It has to be?
Yeah.
Okay. For every doctor?
For every newly...
Yeah, graduated doctor.
Yes,
you have to be in a teaching hospital.
Yeah,
for how
2
long?
years.
Okay, so after these 2 years, what are you going to be doing? Would you set up your own,
I'm planning, hoping to go into specialization. Yeah, and then...
Now, I don't know about dentists necessarily and how they're treated by, the government and all that, but I know medical doctors are always going on strike and all that. Does it affect? No.
We're in the same body,
so
council, so the decision is taken by the council and then you're supposed to follow.
So how will you handle it?
Let's just hope none of those happen.
Let's just hope so, huh? What if they do?
Strikes.
What if they do?
I guess you're hoping for the best.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Now I'm gonna ask you as well. There are so many people who are tuned in and they're wondering, she won 6 out of 9. This day. Jamie Bibi. and they're probably saying, I'm not sure I can do it. There's so many people who actually beat themselves down even before they try. And for such a course as, dental surgery or medicine in general, people probably think, no, it's not possible. But the people like you make us believe that everything is possible. What would you want to say to all these young people who are listening?
Once you have the passion for it, you've had the interest, you've wanted to do it at a point, just push through. Once, like Fatia said, once you start, you just need to push through and you definitely finish.
Okay.
And just do it with all that you have. Just be passionate about it. Be thorough. Just do it with all that you have, and you definitely be successful.
Definitely. How many years did it take you to study?
6 years.
6.
Yes.
Oh, then it's too late for me. I'll hit menopause before I graduate.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
And I'll put all that on my patients. I'm gonna go like, I don't feel like taking care of anybody. But all the best with everything that you're doing. We're so proud of people like you.
Thank you.
And we just really pray that you go far with your career. We'll definitely meet.
Yes.
On the side.
Yes.
And I'll come and see you about my teeth. I'll come and see you on the business side as well.
Sure.
Yeah. Dennis, come, let's check your teeth. We're going to perform a surgery in the studios, right? DJ Lo, let's check. All right. Well, Dr. Louisa Kouachianzo, enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining us. You're welcome. Well, yes, that's about it for